plan to use the app. You can conveniently chat with Ruby or an agent for help. Check your account balance. Activate a Prime bundle or gift it to a friend. Send credit. Check the Georgetown and Burpees Bridge schedules. Activate a roaming plan. Play Shake to Win for cool prizes. So don't worry about a data plan, buddy. Download the My Digicel app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store today. Digicel, better together.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening, my name is Amrita Koshal and this is your nightly newscast in detail. ExxonMobil has committed to compensating fishermen and other persons if they can prove losses suffered as a result of the company's operations offshore Guyana. Exxon was keen to note too that affected parties must first make a complaint to the company for it to be investigated before requisite compensation is handed over. The company added that the objective of its grievance mechanism is that it can receive and address complaints in a timely and confidential manner as it strives to improve its project performance. Exxon said this mechanism also demonstrates its commitment to meaningful stakeholder engagement and respect for Guyanese opinions and concerns. To this end, the U.S. oil giant said that stakeholders can submit feedback to the company via telephone number 623-1176, in person to an ExxonMobil Guyana employee or representative, or via email at guyanacommunity@exxonmobil.com. And moving on, we now tell you the Guyana sugar industry has been underperforming for years due to a number of factors, two of them being the high cost to produce the sweetener and the lack of preferential markers. But President Ali still believes it is wise to invest billions in revitalizing the sector. In order to convince Guyanese that sugar is still viable in Guyana, Ali is now using statistics and figures from another country, Guatemala, to buttress his arguments. At a news conference which he held on Sunday, the Guyanese leader told reporters of all the successes and profits Guatemala is gaining from its sugar industry. According to the president, Guatemala, with its 11 functioning sugar mills, is the fourth largest sugar exporter in the world and the second largest in Latin America, raking in over $1 billion annually. He added to Guatemala's sugar industry produces some 80,000 jobs directly and another 410,000 indirectly. Convinced that because of Guatemala's success, Guyana can succeed too, the president added, quote-unquote, "In Guyana we have in total land available about 49,000 hectares for sugar, and our yield is between 4 to 5 tons per hectare. It should be noted that Guatemala's success is largely owed to it finding a way to produce sugar in the most economic way. Guatemala's sugar mills are also equipped with modern technology that allows the country to produce profitable byproducts from sugarcane." And in other stories, we now tell you, having already spent over $300 million previously to effect repairs to the Kanawhan and Sabanto ferries, the Ministry of Public Works is again looking to spend $254 million for general docking and rehabilitation of these vessels. This is according to the recent opening of bids at Empitab. According to previous reports, in 2016, APNU-AFC had awarded contracts to AC Vera Investments Limited for the rehabilitation of Sabanto to the tune of $77.5 million and Kanawhan to the sum of $76.9 million. Following this, in the 2019 budget, $180 million was allocated for vessels to undergo general repairs. On Tuesday, it was revealed at Empitab that it was Dockyard who bid to carry out the repairs on these ferries. According to its financial proposal, the company bid $156 million to rehabilitate Sabanto and $124 million to fix Kanawhan. Speaking briefly with Kaieteur News, a general manager of the Transport and Harbour Department, Marceline Merchant, said that the project will be to do general repairs and maintenance works on the boats. And moving on, amid growing concerns about the operations of some security firms here and also the misuse of emergency sirens and weapons by operatives, President Ali said his administration is currently seeking to find a way to integrate them into the Guyana Police Force's crime fight strategy. In recent years, a number of private security firms have sprung up, some of them with close ties to the former and the current administrations. Concerns, however, have been raised over the years about many of these firms, particularly as they would recruit persons and hand them firearms with little training to use. At the annual Police Officers Conference held at the Orthachung Conference Center, Lillian Dahl, Ali, during his feature presentation, said he thinks that by integrating private security firms in Guyana's crime-fighting strategy, GPF's response time to reports of crime will be improved. And finally, we tell you, according to the GPF, a 69-year-old man identified as Ronald Gregory Muss of Lot 463 Ornock Street, Retrieve, Mackenzie, Linden, was recovered from the Demerara River. His remains were reportedly spotted floating on the eastern side of the river in the vicinity of the court's Linden branch by a boat captain who was at the time offloading passengers. Muss was last seen alive by his niece, leaving his home around 9 hours 40, headed for the National Insurance Scheme branch in Linden. The pensioner, however, had failed to return home, and family members began to search for him because his health was not perfect. Their search came to an abrupt end when they learned that a body was found in the Demerara River. They checked with police and positively identified the remains. Crime scene experts reported that no marks of violence were seen about his body, and Kaieteur News understands that he was spotted doing some shopping hours before his body was found. And with that, we've come to the end of your nightly newscast. Time check, 19 hours 8. My name is Amrita Koshal, and this is Kaieteur Radio.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur